Jackson Todd. I'm joined by Coach Rogers. Coach, how are you?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. So what are some of the keynotes heading into this game against a very tough Westfield squad?
So Westfield last year, that was, it's always our second game on the schedule. It's kind of tough with the way our schedule's structured right now, kind of going from, an opponent like Marion and then start, right into the fire with Westfield. And that showed last year. Last year was brutal. Struggled with, them kind of switching all screens, things like that. Struggled against them on the defensive end as well. So those are things that we're definitely looking to fix this year. They kind of run an intricate offense in Princeton. Lots of back cuts and screens, and you have to be very detailed in what you're doing on the defensive end and kind of knowing personnel and scouting report stuff. So that's kind of where we have to get to kind of keep continuing to move forward. And I think we'll do a much better job with the crew we have this year.
Awesome. So in their first game, they took down the Shamrocks. That is, they took down the North Central Panthers, and in that game, they were 38% from three. Yeah. So that's pretty hot. How do you kind of go about trying to slow down a explosive offense like that?
Yeah, they had one girl in particular, Reagan Lorenzen. I believe she hit 7 or 8 threes. A lot of that was the way North Central was defending. They were playing kind of zone and, missed her quite a few times on the backside. But regardless, that they're all shooters that are on the perimeter. So once again, I think it comes down to scouting report. We got to know personnel, where people are at on spots. And, if they look to drive the lane, we got to make sure we have good help, but maybe not as much help from those people that are on the perimeter, primarily from, the girls that are already inside on the backside that are in the paint. So we'll look to do some things scheming-wise to make sure that we don't let anybody go off like that. But they're a great team, great program, great coach. So we just got to, kind of take a step forward in the, preparation phase and knowing what we're doing.
Awesome. So looking through the stats here, there's 19 team fouls in that game.
Yep.
So that could kind of be looked at as a gift and a curse.
Sure.
Scrappy defense, tough defense, but also mistakes to be made and able to take advantage of that.
Sure.
So kind of what goes into knowing on the other side of the ball, like offensive side, playing a defense like that.
I think we are another team that kind of struggles with that. We tend to be a bit aggressive, and that's great. When you have a referee crew that's kind of letting you play. But when you have a crew like we had at Marion the other night, you have to know, kind of when to kind of change the way that you're playing a little bit, how to adapt. And I think that was kind of the same case for Westfield North Central. We were there watching it. The way that they play defense, I think there's some things that we can take advantage of. We just have to do a much better job of finishing. We have to put ourselves into position to either score or get fouled. And, when we do have opportunities to get out in transition, when we run, we have to convert those. So I think that will help us out. That'll make us not have to be, down on the offensive end, running sets or anything like that. And that's what a lot of our girls like to do. They like to get rebounds, get out in transition and use their athleticism. And, we also got to do a better job from the free throw line. So we kind of struggled there as well. So if you're going to get fouled, you got to be able to put them in. So, when once again, I think that's just kind of the maturation process of our team. We're getting there, and we look forward to, keep moving forward on that.
Awesome. So, now flipping things, focusing on you guys, only 7 assists in your guys' first game, and that could be looked at in a couple different ways, like, a football corner only having 3 tackles could be a good thing, you know what I mean, because they don't throw the ball his way. But kind of what what's the reasoning behind that? Is that
I think on that end, I think that a lot is attributed to we didn't finish well.
Yeah.
Quite a few of those where we had multiple girls out in transition and we had somebody give it up ahead. We smoked the layup and didn't get it to go in. And I know Ada had a lot of offensive rebounds and putbacks. So I do think that from seeing this team kind of in our first game and in practice, I do think this team is kind of starting off the year better at giving the ball up to each other. And I think as we kind of start to get, settle in, I think you'll see that assist number rise. Like I said, we just got to do a better job of finishing. I think that's why it was so low.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Thank you very much, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court here at Pendleton Heights High School. We're just about a minute away from tip-off. Take a look at the starting lineups for the Pendleton Heights Lady Arabians, the home team here this evening. At the one spot, that'll be the junior Casey Warfel, the other guard with Casey in the backcourt. That'll be a sophomore Olivia Jones. You got Aubrey Warfel, Casey's sister there. The freshman, that'll be at the 3. Michaela Morris in the 4. And then finally, Ada Humpher, the big freshman, 6'3" at the 5. For Westfield, you got Ellie Kellinger, Aubrey Crockett, Kira Loveless, Regan Lorenzen, and Mia Crash. That's the starting 5 for the away team. But we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. Tip-off coming up next. Don't you folks go anywhere. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network pregame show, 91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM is a student-run radio station. We provide everything from programming to music to live sports broadcasts and podcasts. But we can't do it without your support. Everything you do.
Are you okay?
No,
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits. Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
Rosati. We're both assistant commissioners of the IHSAA. In high school sports, student athletes aren't just running drills. They're learning discipline and work ethic.
They're not just watching film. They're learning the value of preparation and always finding ways to improve.
They're not just hitting the weight room. They're learning the importance of pushing through any challenges that come their way.
These aren't just some of the skills student athletes need to navigate the game. These are the
EM.
We welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network pregame show, 91.7 WEEM. As they announce the starting lineups for the Pendleton Heights Arabians, we got a few seconds before tip-off. So, Ryan, we already discussed previously about these two teams and their season so far and their first wins. Of course, both teams coming in 1-0, but more focusing on the Pendleton Heights Arabian side of things. What do you think they need to focus on if they want to get the win here this evening and get revenge on the Lady Shamrocks?
I think they need to focus on getting the open shot, not trying to force anything. I think that's one of the biggest things, as you said earlier in the pregame show, that one of the biggest things that they did last year that they struggled with was shot percentage. I feel like that's one of the biggest things. The Arabians, they have a really athletic team. I mean, Casey Warfel leading the team with 24 points. But I feel like with losing the two big people on the down low, Whitney Warfel and Berkeley Sheldon, but you do now have the freshman Ada Hupfer, who did have 14. I feel like they have a lot going for them.
Yeah, quick correction here. Instead of Aubrey Warfel, the freshman starting, it'll be Emma Roberts. That's my fault. Got a bit of a miscommunication there. So Emma Roberts will start at the 3 again rather than Aubrey Warfel. But as the teams take center court here for the tip, of course, for Pendleton Heights, it'll be the 6'3" freshman Ada Humph. And then for the Westfield Lady Shamrocks, that'll be the senior Korea Lovelace. And then for Ada Humph, looking at her stats last game against Marion, 14 points, 29 minutes. As this tip will go to the Pendleton Heights Arabians. Olivia Jones with it. Hands it off to Emma Roberts, and Roberts will cross the timeline. Pendleton Heights with their first possession of the game. You got Michaela Morrison, top of the key, dumps it off. Now Olivia Jones, right wing, drives in on the lane, puts it up with the left hand. No good. Rebounded Westfield. Lady Shamrocks wasting no time, pushing the court, backing it out, giving it off to the inside. Now that's Elle Kellinger. In the corner, ball stripped and stolen away by Emma Roberts. Pendleton Heights, solid defensive possession there. Roberts, the junior, now with it. Going to find Casey Warfel, leading scorer for the Arabians in the first game. She's going to find Michaela Morrison on the roll. Won't make the layup, fights for the rebound. Can't pull it in. Out of bounds, last touched by the Arabians. That's Westfield's ball.
That was a good play there by the Arabians, but great defense there by Ellie Kellenheller.
Ellie Kellinger will take it up for the Westfield Shamrocks. Last season, she averaged 11.5 points a game. She'll give it off to Loringzing. Now Ellen Kellinger, ball stolen yet again. Arabians, fast break. Casey Warfel, pump fake, spins around, no good. Another miss, rebound. Ada Hupfer. Hupfer spins around, can't get it to go. Finally rebounded by Westfield. Now it's Kellinger the other way. Guarded closely by Casey Warfel, gives it off. It's Korea Lovelace. Now off to Lorenzen to the inside. Lovelace going to get it stolen away there. Arabians with their third steal of the game, not allowing anything for this Westfield offense. Roberts off to Olivia Jones to the inside. Ada Humph nearly out of bounds, tries to save it, but in the process it'll get picked off by Westfield here. Now the other way. That's Lovelace down on the low block. Can't get the layup to go. We've got a foul call here, it looks like. Nope, it's timeout. Timeout here on the Arabians, so we'll take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the Arabian Sports Network is underwritten by
91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEN, on air, online, and on demand.
Network 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network. Score 0-0, 6 minutes to play in the first. Pendleton Heights with possession of the football here. See Olivia Jones with it. Finds Michaela Morrison right back to Jones. Jones will give it off to Casey Warfel. Warfel top of the key. Hands off to Michaela Morrison. Morrison now to Roberts. Roberts will want to restart. Lobs it up high to Ada Hupfer, and Ada can't get it to fall. Another miss, and this game's going to stay scoreless. Now Westfield down the other way. A bad pass will go out of bounds. It was last touched by Hupfer, who knocked it out of bounds, so it'll stay down here. Westfield ball, as that'll be Meg Hampton inbounding it. Baseline, lobs it up high. That's Crockett now with it. Kellinger. Top of the key. Crockett with it, guarded closely by Emma Roberts. Crockett finds Lorenzen. Lorenzen tries the jumper from the elbow, but it's knocked away, blocked by Pendleton Heights. The Lady Arabians back with it, 0-0 our score. Defensive battle so far. Emma Roberts over to Ada Humph and and this one will be a bad pass out of bounds, but looks like they'll say it was last touched by Westfield. So Pendleton Heights will inbound it here from the baseline. Olivia Jones there to throw it in. Find Casey Warfel in the corner. Up to Hupfer, and Hupfer will get that one stolen away. Now Westfield quickly the other way with it. Corner three, Lorenzen, no good, in and out. Rebound here, though, and puts it back up. That'll be the first score of the game. Westfield now with a lead, 2-0, 4 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the first. Roberts off to Olivia Jones, left wing. Jones drives, tries to back out, but it looks like it'll be a foul here on the floor, so that'll be the first foul in the game, that one by the Westfield Shamrocks. It's on the floor, so once again, Olivia Jones will be there to inbound it from the baseline. That foul will make Hamilton. That's Hatcher. Warfel over to Michaela Morrison, now left wing. Right back to Warfel. Shot fake. Jumper from the free throw line, and she hits. Now 2-2. Tie ball game. 3 minutes, 50 to play. Westfield wasting no time. Now back out to the corner. Driving in, that's Mia Krask. Krask tries to find her teammate there. That's Kellinger on the left wing, but she traveled when she tried to pump fake, so turnover there on Westfield. Pendleton Heights back with possession.
Yeah, Dawson, this is shaping up to be a very defensive battle. Only 2-2 with 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter.
Skylar Baldwin checking into the game, a senior for Pendleton Heights, as she'll take it up. Baldwin over to Jones. Jones now into Hupfer. Hupfer working on the Shamrock. Puts it up. Travel. A lot of contact there. Call could have gone either way, but refs will say took a bit too many steps, and that's another mistake on the freshman there. And those are growing pains you usually see, and they usually get fixed out as the season and as her high school career will go on. Taking it up here for Westfield, that's Meg Hamilton. Mia Krask now with it. Krask back to Hamilton. Meg Hamilton looking for an open man. Finds her teammate there. That's Lorenzen, and Lorenzen will lose it out of bounds. Another turnover here on Westfield. Pendleton Heights Lady Arabians getting the ball right back.
Yeah, Ada Hupfer on that help side, but coming back for that block.
2-2 our score. Just under 3 minutes to play here in the first. Skylar Baldwin walking it up for Pendleton Heights. Baldwin gets a screen from Hupfer. Finds Hupfer, who will then hand it off to Casey Warfel. Warfel drives in, puts up the floater, and gets it to go. Radiants taking their first lead of the game. Casey Warfel with the bucket.
Yeah, Casey Warfel averaged 20.2 points per game last year.
Westfield now on the other end. Meg Hamilton tries to bounce pass it to her teammate. Can't get it there. Casey Warfel with the steal. Down on the other end. Can't get the fast break layup. Nearly gets her own miss, but Westfield will recover, and they'll be back going the other way. Corner three, off the mark. Rebounded, Casey Warfel. Warfel up to Morrison. Morrison in the low paint. Will find Jones on the outside. No good from long range. Meg Hamilton recovers, and she's going to want to slow things down here. 4-2 our score. Pendleton Heights with the lead. 2 minutes to play in the first. Hamilton with it, drives in left side. Corner three here, that's Mia Krask, no good. Westfield with the offensive rebound. Back outside, top of the key here, that's Hamilton. Hamilton guarded closely by Baldwin. Now Maya Krask with it.
Yeah, looks like Westfield's shaping up to actually run a play here.
Yeah, for really the first time, a lot of just chaotic offense here.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a foul here on Casey Warfel. It was Maya Krask who drove into the basket, tried to put up the shot, couldn't get it to go, but again, the foul there will send her to the line for a pair. Last year, Krask didn't attempt a free throw. Of course, only being a sophomore, didn't have many minutes. She will make this one here, so she'll cut that lead now 4-3.
Yeah, she did have 6 points in her last game.
Second one is good as well. We got a tie ball game now, 4-4. Baldwin will take it up the timeline. Baldwin fits it in to Casey Warfel. Never mind, it's poked away and stolen. Westfield with the forced turnover, now pushing it the other way. Krask with it, off to Hamilton. Hamilton, bounce pass. Corner three here. No good. Fighting for the board. It's recovered. And a foul here. Yet again on the Arabians. This will be on the shot. It'll send the Lady Shamrock to the line for two.
Yeah, that was Skylar Baldwin on the foul there. She actually came from that corner from where the shot was made all the way around to try to make that play, but foul.
Sam Price here with the free throws. This one is good. Westfield retaking their lead now 5-4. Second one is up. This one no good. It looks like we have a foul here on Westfield. This one will go against Ellie Kellinger. That'll be her first. Second team foul for the Lady Shamrocks. 5-4 our score, 41.3 seconds to play in the first. Baldwin taking it up. Yet again for the Arabians. Baldwin, bounce pass over to Mamie Trout. Trout has it nearly stolen away. It's recovered by the junior Casey Warfel. Warfel guarded by Kellinger. Corner three, Roberts, air ball. Rebounded Westfield. Outside three here for Hamilton is in. Hamilton for three. 8-4 the lead. A steal on the other end. Westfield trying to get a last second shot up. It's in, but no basket. Clock struck zero before she could get it up, so 8-4 our score after the first. Second quarter coming up next on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Skills student athletes need to navigate the game. These are the skills they need to navigate life, to be successful people, to be good humans.
You can ensure these life lessons are taught for generations to come. Be a champion of high school sports and buy a ticket to your high school's athletic events.
This is preparing for the game. This is preparing for life. This is your IHSAA.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network. Second quarter underway. Pendleton Heights with the basketball. Casey Warfel, corner, drives in, baseline, puts up a layup there, no good. Foul called. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. That foul there on Sam Price. It'll be her first. Warfel going to go to the line for her first set of free throws of the game.
Yeah, Dawson, this is very defensive battles we already can see. There was no point scored until 4 minutes, 32 seconds left in the first quarter.
Warfel's first one is good, putting her up to 5 points. Last season, she was 71% from the stripe. Warfel so far, only Arabian on the stat sheet when it comes to points. Her second one up and good as well, so that'll cut down the Westfield lead now 8-6. 7 minutes, 34 left to play in the first. Kellinger walking it up. That's Crockett. Finds Kellinger. Back to Crockett, and Crockett can't get the layup to fall. Rebounded Roberts. Roberts kicks it over all the way to the left wing. Hupfer with the 3, no good. Off of the back iron. Rebounded Westfield. Fast break. Drives in. That's Kellinger. No good. Out of bounds. Last touched by the Arabians. That'll stay down here on the right side of the floor with Westfield. Kellinger there wanted a foul call. Didn't get one. So we have a foul here off of the inbound. Crockett tried to find Krask, but Warfel was there. And ref said he saw a bit too much contact. That'll be Warfel's second foul of the night. This one tipped and stolen away by Casey Warfel. Warfel up, no good. Gets her own miss. Up again, no good. Fighting for the ball. Olivia Jones had it, but then gave it up. Crockett, other way. Can't get it to fall. Another miss. Fight for the rebound, and finally a foul call here. A lot of contact on that sequence there. But it'll end with a foul against the Arabians as Maya Krask will go to the line for 2. This is Lindsay Van Dyke.
Yeah, Lizzie Van Dyke on last year averaged 6.6 points per game and 3 rebounds per game.
Yeah, Lindsay Van Dyke last game against North Central, 26 minutes, 3 points. She was 1 for 5 from the floor. Second one is up and good. She is 2 for 2 on that trip. 10-6. Our score now. Westfield with the lead. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the first. Morrison will find Roberts on the right wing. Back to Casey Warfel. Warfel going to get it stripped away, but a foul called. And the Westfield bench is not happy. We have a bench warning against the Westfield Shamrocks. So ref having none of that. As far as I'm seeing, that was really the first time I've seen Westfield bench get involved. And yeah, a bench warning called, so Coach Kelsey Key is going to have to watch herself there. Corner, Casey Warfel drives in. Jumper from 8 feet away, won't fall. Fight for the board, out of bounds. Last touch. Westfield Shamrocks, that'll stay with the Pendleton Heights Arabians.
Yeah, right now the crowd is not very loud right now, but that's actually the first time anyone I really heard scream the entire game.
Hupfer with it, right wing. Back to Casey Warfel. Warfel for 3, no good on the spot up 3. Jones with it. Jones will pull from deep, and Jones rattles it home. A wake-up call here for the Arabians. 9-10 our score now. No good on the other end for Westfield. Now Olivia Jones on the one-on-one fast break. Pulls up for the jump shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded Westfield, and we got a timeout here by the Lady Shamrocks. Coach Kelsey Key is going to want to calm things down. 10-9 our score. 6 minutes, 4 seconds to play in the second quarter. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the Arabian Sports Network.
Welcome to the Arabian Roundup with your host, Kennedy Quinn and Bella Myers. The Arabian Roundup is here every Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 a.m. The show rounds up your morning thoughts as they discuss the craziest of topics. From dad jokes to the latest Taylor Swift songs, the Arabian Roundup is here to perk up your mornings here on 91.7 WEEM. WEEM.
That's Loveless with it. Gives it up. Now to Crockett, top of the key. Crockett down low. Excuse me, this is Loveless. Loveless tries to get the layup in, but can't get it to fall. Lorenzen will go to the line for two.
Yeah, not really letting a whole lot play. The referees aren't, so they gotta really watch what they're doing tonight.
Lorenzen, 45% from free throw range last season. First one will fall. Second one is up and good. 12-11 or 12-9 our score. Westfield with the lead. 6 minutes to play in the second. Morrison off to Hupfer. Hupfer back out to Jones. Jones now to Roberts. Corner. That's Michaela Morrison. Hupfer drives in right side. No good. A lot of contact there. Refs didn't blow the whistle. Westfield now with it the other way. Crockett finds Lorenzen, and Lorenzen tries to kick it over to, that's Crockett down low, but it's picked away. Warfel on the other end, can't get it to fall, and a jump ball will be called here on the floor. So this ball will go to the Lady Arabians. Warfel will inbound it here. Casey Warfel, that is, baseline. Warfel gets it right back off the inbound play. Olivia Jones. Jones now to Roberts at the logo. Roberts lobs it up high, finds Hupfer, and Hupfer, no good. Rebound, I guess really just getting it off of the floor. That's Michaela Morrison. So Arabians keeping possession after yet another possible turnover. Roberts with it, corner. Tries to hand it off to Casey Warfel, but it's broken up. That's Aubrey Crockett.
Yeah, the Shamrocks have had great defense down low in the post. It's really making the Arabians struggle right now.
Olivia Jones has it. Logo. Lobs it up high to Ada Hupfer. Hupfer spins around. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded Westfield, now going the other way. Handoff, shot up, and it's good. Aubrey Crockett with it, and we got a timeout here on the Arabians. Coach Rogers will now want to talk things over. It's a full timeout. 14-9 our score. Westfield with the lead. 4 minutes, 15 left to play in the second. And you're listening to the Arabian Sports Network 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of
91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEM, on air, online, and on demand.
11 a.m. to 8 p.m. More information is available at twistersodabar.com. Twisters Soda Bar.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court here at Pendleton Heights High School. If you're just tuning in alongside Ryan Davis, I'm Dawson Perrell. 14-9 our score. Westfield Lady Shamrocks with the lead. 4 minutes, 15 left to play in the second. Pendleton Heights so far in this one struggling with the turnovers. Seeing a lot of sloppy passes. But on the other end of that, it's been very, very aggressive defense by both teams, especially this Westfield squad. Baldwin with it. Gives it off to Casey Warfel. Warfel calls for the screen, goes the other way. Warfel now with it, left wing. Casey off to Skylar. Baldwin. Bounce pass to Jones. Jones drives in off of the screen and gets it on the hook. Nice play drawn up there by the Arabians. Finally getting some offensive light. Jones now up to 5. Crockett nearly has it stolen away off the pass, but it's recovered by Mia Krask. Kelly Heller. Fade away. Jumper no good. Rebounded Olivia Jones and the Arabians. Rogers is going to want to slow things down here. Get a play going. Jones, right wing. Lobs it up high. Ada Hupfer. Hupfer tries the layup. Won't get it to fall. Foul called. Hupfer will go to the line for 2. That is Madeline. Excuse me, that's Loveless. Kira Loveless.
Yeah, Ada Hupfer last game had 14 points and 9 rebounds.
First one's good there for Ada Hupfer. Hupfer, of course, a freshman. It can be very stressful really getting thrown into the fire as a first year, but that's exactly what's really happening to Ada Hupfer. And I mean, you look back to last game, we've discussed it already. 29 minutes, 14 points, 4 for 7 from the floor, 9 rebounds. Did have 4 fouls there, so again, showed some signs of growing pain, but overall had a nice night. The second one is good as well for Ada Hupfer, so she's now up to 2. That was her first 2 points of the game. Left wing, Meg Hamilton with it. Kicks it over to Maya Krask. 3 ball here. This is Kelly Heller. Offensive rebound after the miss. Westfield will reset. Kelly Heller drives in, tries to kick it back out. Instead, we got a foul here. This one will go against Olivia Jones. This will be her first, and it's on the floor, so Westfield will inbound it here from their baseline.
Yeah, there's good movement there on the possession from the Shamrocks there before the foul. I feel like we're going to see a lot of that later in the game.
In the corner, that's Crockett. Crockett now inside to Price. Price over to Kelly Heller in the corner. She can't get the 3 to fall. Fight for the board. It's stripped away by Ada Hupfer. Nice physical play from the freshman there, and now Lady Arabians back with possession of it. Baldwin walking it up. 14-13 our score, just under 2 minutes to play in the second. Warfel, right wing. Rolls it out to Hupfer. Hupfer now to Jones. Jones attempts the drive. Back out. Warfel with a difficult 3. In and out. Step back's no good. Now Westfield the other way on the fast break. In for 2. That's Mia Krask. A nice play there. A nice pass for the points off turnover. 16-13 our score. Minute 15 left to play in the second. Baldwin, top of the key. Off to Jones, now left wing. Jones floats it up for Ada Hupfer. Baldwin now, right wing. Hupfer tries to work on Price down low, loses it, and it's stolen away. Got a foul here, this one against Skylar Baldwin. Bit too much contact there off of the turnover. Baldwin, of course, last year struggled with fouls quite a bit, and I think that's really the lightest way you can put it. It was not uncommon whatsoever to see her foul out, but then again, this will be her second, so I don't think there's any reason to, lay off it a bit. You know, you still want to keep that physicality up. Meg Hamilton will take the free throws. First one is up and no good. Hamilton, a junior, didn't get to play much last year and didn't get much to play last game as well. Only 8 minutes against North Central. Second one up. No good. So I got a lane violation here, it looks like. A jump ball will be the call, so Westfield will get possession here now. Inbounding it here, baseline. Crockett will throw it in. Crockett gets it right back off the inbound. Can't get it to go on the wide open layup. But Westfield will get the ball right back. Ada Hupfer tried to tip it away, but tipped it right into Westfield's hands. Ellie Kelly Heller with it. Now Mia Krask. Krask guarded closely by Warfel. Good defense by Casey. Krask will be forced to hand it off to Crockett. Crockett tries to find Meg Hamilton, but it's a bad pass, out of bounds. Pendleton Heights football.
Yeah, we're starting to see the student sections get into play here. I feel like going into later of the game, it's going to be a very big task.
Roberts with it, just 5 seconds to play in the second quarter. Pendleton Heights trailing by 3. Warfel can't even get the shot up. I'm not sure if they knew that clock was as low as it was, because Warfel just got the ball with pretty much a second left to play. So that'll do it for our first half. Pendleton Heights trailing the Westfield Lady Shamrocks in a defensive battle. 16-13 is our halftime score. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Ryan, you were able to sit down with Pendleton Heights wrestler Jackson Todd for our halftime interview. That'll be coming up next on the Arabian Sports Network halftime show, 91.7 WEEM.
Are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits. Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
Join us in being a champion of high school sports.
This is.
I'm most excited next year for possibly being on the social media team and handling the social media.
I'm ready to broadcast games next year and do the radio. And then also social media and learning more about programming.
I'm not a very public speaker at all, so I always felt like I was going to mess up and not be good at it.
My first time on air, I was to Jackson. Jackson was showing me the way to use it. It was pretty fun, but I was a little nerve-wracked because I've never used it before. Jackson said he's used it a couple times, so I felt pretty confident about it.
He was struggling a little bit, and I had to, show him the ropes, but we had fun, and yeah, it's not too nerve-wracking or anything. So.
I'm excited for the social media department.
For next year, as a senior, I'm excited to do play-by-plays for basketball games.
Being a director for WEEM is such an honor. I love being a director. I love communicating with my staff. My staff they're just so amazing because they'll literally take what I ask them to do and they'll run with it. And so that's such a blessing. I love my staff very much. And it helps when everybody does the work because we can work on bigger projects and we can do more work and help out the station. It's a very great process, and I'm, like I said, very honored to be a leader here at WEEM.
And it's just make you better, you know?
So what is your favorite part about wrestling?
I've always said it's just the fact that it's all on you, you know, and I don't see a lot of that stuff as pressure. Kind of even skipping back to that last question, like people a lot of times ask, like, is it like put pressure on you that, you know, your uncles and dad and all that were that good? And it's like, no, it's not pressure. Pressure makes diamonds. You know what I mean? Like, as funny as that sounds, like there's no pressure. I'm not worried. I'm not scared if I don't win. My family's not going to love me. Like, you know, it's just still a sport, but it's just a sport that I've committed my life to, you know? So it's important, but it's still just a game. There's no pressure. So, but it's all on you, you know, it really makes a man out of you and holds you responsible. So I think just the fact that
We'll look now at the first half, starting off for the Pendleton Knights Arabians and their stats. Casey Warfel led the way with 5 points. She had a great first half, and I think less on the offensive end, more on the defensive end, right? There was several plays where she was locked in on her defender. Even when the ball wasn't in her vicinity, I still saw her just absolutely locked in, locked down on whoever she was matching up against. She had a phenomenal first half, especially on that defensive end. Olivia Jones, the sophomore, she had a good first half as well. 5 points on the scoreboard for her. She hit a 3 there in that second quarter. Also a layup there in that first half. So solid 5 points there, of course, in a low-scoring game like that. And this, 5 points might not seem like that much, but in reality, it is quite a bit considering it's more than 20%, 25% for the Arabians. And then saw Ada Hupfer. She got on 2 points there, both of them coming from the free throw line. Last game against Marion, she had 14, 29 minutes. So 2 points, of course, nowhere near her pace, but still against a much tougher defense. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Again, they put up 60 points as a final score against Marion, only 13 here at the half against Westfield. But then again, she's been having an okay night when you look at the freshman Hupfer. I was talking about it during the actual game, and there was some growing pains, right? There always is when you got a freshman, especially when you just throw a freshman in there head first to start year one. Casey Warfel knows all about that, and I think overall she's taking it pretty well. There's a lot of potential there. It's just, you see the mistakes like the turnovers, you see the mistakes like the fouls, that being a bit too aggressive, and you just got to find that middle ground from being too aggressive and then at that point being a bit too careless with the ball and with the foul. So she's going to recover, and I'm sure she's going to get better as the year and really as the games go on, but definitely a lot of work to do on her part.
Yeah, I think the Arabians in total, I think they just need to slow down. As we saw, Coach Rogers just trying to make them slow down, taking it up the court. A lot of turnovers were caused by those rushed passes and stuff like that. And then some of those shots that they took, too rushed on it, really contested. I feel like that if they slowed down, try to get those open shots, they're going to do pretty well.
All right, but we will take a quick break. Second half coming up next. Don't you folks go anywhere. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEN, on air, online, and on demand.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network. Start of the second half, Pendleton Heights trailing the Westfield Lady Shamrocks 16-13. Pendleton Heights with the basketball, now attacking our right. Emma Roberts with it, right wing, finds Casey Warfel, top of the key. She tries from long range, can't get it to fall. But Ada Humph going to get the offensive rebound, and she will put it up. It's Hupfer with the basket. Now on the other end, Westfield tries a three of their own, won't get it to fall. That's Lorenzen. Tries it, no good. She gets her own miss, and she'll put it up for two. So already a bit faster on the offensive end by both teams. Now 18-15 here. Westfield with the lead. Westfield get a ball tipped out of bounds here by Ellie Kellier. This one will stay down here with the Arabians as Olivia Jones will be inbounding it here just in front of the Pendleton Heights bench. She'll give it off to Emma Roberts. Roberts with it at the logo. Now off to Ada Hupfer. Back to Olivia Jones. Jones, hands off, Warfel. Warfel drives in. No good. Fights for the miss, gets it back, puts it up, and gets it through. Casey Warfel with the nice physical play on the offensive rebound and the putback point.
Yeah, great job for Casey Warfel to get her own rebound and put it back up for the points.
Now, Ellie Kellier with it on the other end. Attempts the handoff here to, that is Reagan Lorenzen, but it's going to be stripped away and out of bounds. This will be Pendleton Heights basketball, so Arabians with a forced turnover. Baldwin here to walk it up. 18-17 our score. Pendletonites trailing Westfield. 6 minutes, 18 left to play in the third. Corner three, Olivia Jones off the mark. Rebounded Michaela Morrison. Casey Warfel, second chance points. No good yet again from long range. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touch, Michaela Morrison. Westfield getting the ball right back after the 2 missed threes there on that possession by the Lady Arabians. Westfield got nobody over there to inbound it. Bit of miscommunication. But Lindsey Van Dyke comes in to throw it in. Westfield now with possession of the basketball. It's now Kiki Lovelace with it. Lovelace gives it over to Crockett. Top of the key three, a deep three. Kellier hits it long range. That's good. Now 21-17 our score. Westfield punching this lead here. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the third. Baldwin taking it up for the Lady Arabians. Baldwin guarded closely by Lorenzen. Off to Olivia Jones. Jones has it stripped away and stolen. It's Kelly Eller with it. It looks like Coach Kelsey Key going to call the timeout. So it will be Westfield basketball. We'll take a quick break. 21-17 our score. Westfield with the lead. 5 minutes, 9 seconds to play in the third. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation. Looking for something to listen to on your way home? Join Sam Duffer, Layla Reef, and Gracie Wolf every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m., where we make sure that all your afternoons are news-filled and fun. Get a recap of the day and a good laugh. Tune in to the Arabian Stampede here on 91.7 WEEM.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. If you're just tuning in alongside Ryan Davis, I'm Dawson Peril. On the scoreboard, Pendleton Heights Arabians trailing the Westfield Lady Shamrocks 21-17, 5:09 left to play in the third quarter. Westfield currently with possession of the basketball here as Reagan Lorenzen will inbound it from the far sideline. Now left wing, that's Lovelace. Lovelace to the inside, spinning, putting it up, no good. That was Crockett with the shot. Couldn't get it to fall, rebounded Arabians. Baldwin now slowing things down. Arabians back with possession. Jones with it, right wing. Off to Casey Warfel, top of the key. Warfel back to Jones. Jones moving around. Trouble with it. Finds Baldwin. Now at a Hupfer. Can't get it to fall from long range. Got a foul here. This one looks like will be against the Arabians. Pendleton Heights fans not too happy with that call, but a foul there will give Westfield the ball right back. It's Olivia Jones with the call. That'll be her second of the night and the first foul of the second half by either team. Sam Price, top of the key three here yet again. It's Ellie Kellier from long range knocking it down, pushing this Westfield lead now 24-17. 4 minutes to play in the third. Baldwin, bounce pass to Warfel. Warfel shot fake, drives in, high step, lays it through. Warfel with a nice move, getting her up to 10 points on the evening. Westfield wasting no time on the other end. An attempted shot here by Lindsey Van Dyke, no good, but an offensive board and a putback points there. That is Aubrey Crockett. That's the junior there with the offensive rebound and the layup. 26-19 our score now. Pendletonites trailing. Warfel with it. Warfel yet again on the drive. Puts up the floater and gets it to go. On the other end, wide open, that's Sam Price who lays it in with the right hand. Not a single Lady Arabian in sight for that layup there.
Yeah, great job there by Aubrey Crockett to see Sam Price all the way down the court and make that great pass.
Another steal here. This one against Pendleton Heights. Westfield the other way on a fast break. Can't get the layup. Out of bounds. Last touch Pendleton Heights, or last touch Westfield, excuse me. Pendleton Heights basketball now 28-21. 2 minutes 50 to go. And what really started as a slow game here in this first half is really heated up. We're seeing a lot of turnovers, a lot of made shots, especially from Ellie Kelly on the Westfield side of things. So now 2 threes on the stat sheet.
Yeah, I want to add on there, Dawson. Second quarter score going into halftime was 13-6, and now it is 21-28.
Warfel with it, left wing. Warfel nearly loses it, recovered. Now Olivia Jones from the left elbow, jumper, can't fall. Rebounded, Westfield. Crockett finds, that's Price on the inside, and Price gets it to fall. A nice spin off of the blocker there. That was, Michaela Morrison. Olivia Jones. Jones, top of the key, finds Warfel. Warfel for the deep two-pointer. No good. Another miss by the Arabians. On the other end, a fast break and a made layup. It is, Lindsay Van Dyke for 2, and Coach Rogers will be forced to call a timeout. 32-21 our score. Minute 52 to play in the third. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the
Welcome to the Arabian Roundup with your host, Kennedy Quinn and Bella Myers. The Arabian Roundup is here every Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 a.m. The show rounds up your morning thoughts as they discuss the craziest of topics. From dad jokes to the latest Taylor Swift songs, the Arabian Roundup is here to perk up your mornings here on 91.7 WEEM.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network. Westfield 32, Pendleton Heights 21 with a minute 52 to play in the third. Coach Rogers just called the timeout. We were talking there just before the break, Ryan, about how this game really went from a slow defensive battle to a more offensive shootout. Then again, there is still plenty of turnovers, but that's just resulting into more points, more from the Westfield side of things. Of course, Westfield now with their biggest lead of the night by 11 points. And then for the Arabians at this point, I think you got to take it slow. The clock is not a problem. You still have a whole quarter and 2 minutes on top of that ahead of you. So you want to take it slow, play your game, and try not to look at the scoreboard. Ada Hupfer with it. Finds Casey Warfel. Warfel top of the key. Guarded closely by Lindsay Van Dyke. Warfel will find Morrison. Corner. Morrison nearly loses it. Gets it back. Warfel corner. Tries to find Baldwin, but it's stolen away. On the other end now, Ellie Callinger tries the fast break layup, but can't get it to fall. Foul called. Skylar Baldwin responsible. And Ellie Keller will go to the line for 2, and Baldwin kind of shaken up on that last play. Keller, phenomenal free throw shooter last season, 82% from the line. Roberts will come in for Baldwin.
Yeah, Ellie Keller also averaged 11.5 points per game, and in that North Central game, she also had 14 points.
Keller 2 for 2 on that trip to the free throw stripe. Roberts, the new substitute for the Arabians, taking it up. Jones, corner. Finds Hupfer down low, and Hupfer will put it up and in to break this cold streak for the Arabians. Westfield back with it as Crockett will take it up. Crockett finds Prince. Prince with it at the elbow. Right back to Crockett. Now back to Prince, who loses it. Stolen away. Warfel on the other end. High step. Puts it up. Foul called, and it's good. Warfel trying to bring her team to life with a very, very impressive and one fast break. 25-34. Our score now. 41.3 seconds to play in the third. Warfel with a chance to make this and one count.
Yeah, Casey Warfel led the team in points last year with 20.2, and she had 24 points in that Marion game Tuesday.
This one's up and good for Casey. She's now up to 15. 34-26, Westfield with the lead. Just over 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Meg Hamilton kicks it over. Now with it, that's Lindsey Van Dyke. Van Dyke to Crockett. Now to Prince, right wing. Prince holds it for a second, finds Meg Hamilton. Hamilton over to Kellier. Kellier drives in left side, kicks it, corner three. It's good. Lindsey Van Dyke from long range. Casey wasting no time on the other end, can't get the floater to fall, and that'll do it for our third quarter. Westfield heating up. 37-26 our score. Westfield with the lead. Fourth quarter coming up next. Don't you guys go anywhere. This one's heating up on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court here on the Arabian Sports Network. If you're just tuning in, alongside Ryan Davis, I'm Dawson Perrell. Got a girls basketball matchup here this evening on our hands against the Westfield Lady Shamrocks and the Pendletonites Lady Arabians. Score entering the fourth quarter. Pendletonites trailing Westfield 37-26, 7 minutes, 48 seconds to play in the fourth. We got a layup here, good, from Aubrey Crockett to get the fourth quarter underway, pushing this Westfield lead now up to 13 points. Emma Roberts now attacking the right basket for the Arabians. Ball will be stolen away. Warfel tried to lob it up for Hupfer, but it's tipped and stolen there by Kellier. Then now on the other end, got a foul here. This one against Olivia Jones, her third. That is Lindsey Van Dyke, who was fouled. She'll go to the line for two. First one is up and good. And that's something this Westfield team has done pretty well, especially last year, as shooting free throws. Ellie Kellier, 82%. Lindsey Van Dyke, 72%. Second one is good as well, so she's 2 for 2 on that trip. 41-26 our score now, and Emma Roberts taking it up for the Arabians. Warfel, left wing, lobs it up high. Ada Hupfer tried to pull it in off the lob, but couldn't quite get it. It's out of bounds. Last touch Westfield, though, so Pendletonites will keep possession here. Mamie Trout entering the game for the Arabians. She'll be coming in for Emma Roberts. Warfel inbounding it here, baseline. So we might have a foul here. It's out of bounds. Sorry about that. So looks like it was nearly stolen away by Westfield, but instead it was out of bounds in the process of stealing it. So last touch to Westfield. Pendleton Heights will maintain possession. 41-26 our score. Lady Shamrocks with the lead. Olivia Jones, Casey Warfel now with the jumper. Off the mark. Fight for the board. Recovered by Ada Hupfer, and Hupfer fouled on her way up to the basket, so she'll go to the line for 2 shots. Hupfer on the night, 5 points so far. Has a chance to make it 7 with these 2 shots. 6 or 7, that is. First one is up and good. Quickly recapping this game, of course, it started off slow. Score after the first quarter was Pendleton Heights 4, Westfield 8, and it heated up rather quickly, especially here in this second half. Pendleton Heights, not so much. Of course, kind of on that consistent basis of 8, maybe 6 or 8 points a quarter, and then for Westfield, entered into the half with 16 points now with 41 early in the fourth. Westfield with possession of it. Kellier with it. Finds Crockett. Crockett drives in. Euro steps, but can't get the follow-up basket to fall. Arabians now going the other way with it. It's Olivia Jones who will get it poked away out of bounds. Last touch Westfield. Jones will inbound it here right in front of the Arabian bench. Nope. Casey Warfel will take her place for the inbound. Warfel finds Ada Hupfer. Now to Mamie Trout. Right back to Hupfer. Hupfer loses it. It's stolen away. Now on the fast break, it's Westfield the other way with it. Up and good. Kellier with the basket. And you can kind of see this Arabian squad slowing down. Kind of giving up. And it looks like we might have out of bounds here. It looks like it was deflected there by a Westfield player. But the Arabians, in the process of trying to save it, deflected it out of bounds. So Westfield going to get the ball right back as you got a three ball here from Kellier off the mark. Rebounded Warfel. Warfel wants to push it. Finds Jones corner. They need this. It's no good off the back iron. Rebounded Westfield. A jumper here from 8 feet out will not fall. Attempted there by Reagan Lorenzen. And offensive board is good. Looks like we're going to have... that was Kiki Lovelace, by the way, with the score. We got a timeout here on the floor, so we're going to take a quick break as well. Or, excuse me, scratch that. Sorry about that. We just had a quick substitution here. Skylar Baldwin entering the game for Casey Warfel. Now for the Arabians at this point, you can kind of tell they're getting aggravated mentally, and I think, you just got to take a deep breath. This is still a winnable game. It's going to take quite the comeback, but with 5 minutes left, if you start hitting your shots and start, again, more cooling down on the defensive end, I know that sounds weird, but in my opinion, they're a bit too aggressive on the defensive end right now, and maybe you have a chance to come back, but that's going to have to start pretty much now. Mamie Trout with it. Bounce pass to Jones. Jones in the corner. Lob pass up to Hupfer, and Hupfer will finish through with the right hand. Cutting down this lead now to 15 points. 5 minutes left to play in the fourth. At the logo now, that's Crockett. Poked away, out of bounds. Olivia Jones with a nice defensive play. That was Kellier who tried the baseline drive. Last touched again by Olivia Jones and the Arabians. Westfield will keep possession of the ball here to our left. Baseline inbound, that's Crockett. Finds Van Dyke, and Van Dyke is blocked there by Ada Hupfer. Baldwin walking it up. Baldwin guarded closely by Kellier, excuse me. Kayla Morrison right back to Olivia Jones. Jones is going to turn the ball over. Great defense there in the corner by Lorenzen. Floater here. Kellier off the mark. Rebounded Olivia Jones. Arabians, again, trailing by 15. Now 4 minutes to play in the fourth, as it looks like we're going to have a foul call here. This one will be against Ellie Kellier. Her third foul of the night, and the Westfield second foul of the second half. And got a timeout here against the Lady Arabians. We'll take a quick break with them. 45-30 our score, 4:05 left to play in the fourth. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEM, on air, online, and on demand.
Network 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network. If you're just tuning in alongside Ryan Davis, I'm Dawson Perrell. 45-30 our score, 4:05 left to play in the fourth. Pendleton Knights trailing the Westfield Lady Shamrocks by 15. After the timeout there, that one going against Coach Rogers, Pendleton Heights will have possession of the football. We saw a foul against Ellie Kellier. That was her third, and will be Westfield's second team foul. It was on the floor, so inbounding it here from the sideline, that's Mamie Trout. Trout will find Baldwin off the inbound. Baldwin picking up her dribble, will give it off to Olivia Jones, and Jones, who tries to find Ada Hupfer, is going to get that tipped away, but it's recovered by Michaela Morrison. Morrison now on the drive is going to get fouled here, it looks like. Maybe it's out of bounds, excuse me. It looks like Pendleton Knights will be inbounding it here from their baseline. Olivia Jones looking, lobs it up high. Finds Ada Hupfer. Now back into the hands of Mamie Trout. Jones with it, left wing, and we've got a foul here. This one coming against Aubrey Crockett, the junior. It'll be her second personal foul, Westfield's third team. And yet again, the Arabians will be inbounding it here, this time from the far sideline. Olivia Jones gets it off of the inbound. Jones, top of the key three ball, no good. Rebounded Van Dyke, and it looks like we'll get a foul here against Michaela Morrison. Morrison fighting for the ball. Loose ball foul.
I think one of the biggest things I've seen compared from Westfield to the Arabians is the three-point shooting. The Arabians haven't hit one three-point three, and the Westfield Shamrocks have hit three.
Aubrey Crockett with it. Crockett, the low block, puts it up and gets it to go. She's up to 4 points now in the evening. Crockett had 3 points in the first game against North Central, so I guess you could say a season high, even though it's really just a second game. Olivia Jones on the drive, puts it up, can't get it to fall. Rebounded, Crockett. Crockett to the corner. Kellier thinks about it, doesn't take the three, instead finds Van Dyke on the left wing, and Van Dyke will do it instead. The three ball is through the rim and good for the Westfield Lady Shamrocks. Skylar Baldwin. Baldwin now to Olivia Jones. Jones with it left wing. Got a screen here from Hupfer. Hupfer gets it off of the roll. So we got a foul call here. This is Aubrey Crockett. On-ball defense there, a bit too aggressive. And here come the bench players for Westfield. See a couple of those ladies not getting too many minutes last year, not getting too many minutes usually, more JV pieces, but we'll get in here, of course, winning by 20 points, 2 minutes, 23 left to play. Pendleton Knights with possession. Casey Warfel to Olivia Jones in the corner. Right back to Warfel. Tries the three ball, gets it to fall. Warfel from downtown. And then a steal here. Baldwin falls on top of it, and a foul called. My guess this is Meg Hamilton. Sure enough, Hamilton on the foul call there. This will be 2 shots here. Baldwin's first is up and no good. Last season, Baldwin was 1 for 7 from the free throw line.
Yeah, Skylar Baldwin's one of the crucial points of this team for her aggression.
Yes.
We've heard from Coach Rogers a lot. She's the most aggressive player on this team, and that's one of the biggest parts that you need on this team.
Baldwin's second one is good, so she's 1 for 2 on that trip, her first point of the game. We got a timeout here called by the Arabians. We'll take yet another break. 50-34 our score, 2:03 left to play in the fourth. Westfield with the lead and the ball when we come back on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
WEEM is looking for advertisers for our video sports streaming. Be a part of the Arabian Sports Network's video broadcasting, bringing football as well as boys and girls basketball to the Pendleton community and beyond. Averaging over 100 views in the first year, WEEM's video streaming will only grow, and here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. For more information, contact Christian Ruggles and become a part of the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEM.
To Lady Arabian Basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court here at Pendleton Heights High School. 50-34 our score. Westfield with the lead. Minute 53 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pendleton Heights bringing on a full court press, trailing by 16 points with 2 minutes to play. At this point, a comeback would be quite the miracle, but Coach Rogers, I think it's also, there is a chance, right? And you want to, of course, never back down, but also, I think it's more of a mental sign, right? He wants to tell his players, he wants to give the players a message that even if you're trailing big, 2 minutes to play, you still got to give it your best shot, even if the chances of the probability of coming back is very low. Looks like we got an inbound here from Westfield from their baseline. Meg Hamilton off of the inbound will find Aubrey Crockett, and Crockett is going to be hit hard off the shot, so she'll go to the line for 2 points. That was Casey Warfel on the foul. It'll be her third of the night. The Arabians' third team foul of the second half. First one is up and good for Crockett. She's up to 5 points on the evening. Scratch that, 9. Second one rattles around and can't fall. Rebounded. Ada Hupfer for the Arabians. Baldwin now with it. Baldwin at the logo. Over to Olivia Jones. Jones gets the screen. Hands it off. Warfel now top of the key. Warfel nearly loses control. Gets it back. Skylar Baldwin. Right back to Casey. Warfel drives in. No good. Offensive board by Ada Hupfer. And the putback basket there is no good, but she was fouled on her way up, so she'll go to the line for 2 points.
Yeah, great job there by Ada Hupfer to get that board and put it back up.
And Hupfer so far on the night, 10 points. Misses this one. Will stay at 10. Second one is up and good. It's like a bad pass here. Right off of the inbound is going to be recovered. Nearly stolen away yet again, but Meg Hamilton is there, and Westfield, they're going to want to slow things down here nearly and just barely getting it across the timeline. And off of the pass, this one will be tipped out of bounds. Last touch, Arabians. It'll stay down here with the Westfield Shamrocks as Maya Krask will be inbounding it from the baseline. Krask tries to fit it in. It's going to be stolen away by Skylar Baldwin and the Arabians. So now Pendleton Heights the other way with it. Baldwin receives a screen. Now Warfel for three. It's no good, off of the mark. Looks like it was nearly saved there by Aubrey Crockett, but refs say she stepped on the baseline, out of bounds line. So Pendleton Heights inbounding it here from the baseline. Warfel finds Ada Hupfer. Hupfer spins around, can't get it to fall. In and out. Rebounded Westfield. Now under a minute to play, 38 seconds. Westfield 51, Pendleton Heights 35. Westfield moving the ball around the perimeter, trying to waste out this clock. Price with it. Finds Hamilton. Now Krask. Right back to Hamilton. Hamilton nearly loses it. You got a kickball foul here against Meg Hamilton, so Pendleton Heights will get the ball back. But with 16 seconds to play, I think at this point, might want to try to get a basket up, look this score, and make this look a bit better than it was. But with just 15 seconds left, this game is pretty much in the books. Warfel with it, top of the key. Gets the screen. Right back to Warfel. Looks like this might be a deep two. It's no good, and the buzzer sounds, and the clock hits double zeros. Final score for the evening, Pendleton Heights, Westfield 51, Pendleton Heights 35. Arabians taking their first loss of the year, advancing to 1-1. And then for Westfield, advancing to 2-0 on the year, starting off in a good way. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Ryan and I will break down the final stats and break down the game for both the Arabians and the Shamrocks. And then after that, we'll be met up here with Coach Rogers for a post-game interview. That'll be coming up next on the Arabian Sports Network post-game show, 91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM is